Hey, this is Linz, and you are watching Support the Scene.
Hey, this is Jade from Support the Scene. I'm here with another fantastic band from Vancouver. Why don't you introduce yourself to those who don't know you?
We are the Sons of Kain, and I'm Corey Burke. I'm the rhythm guitar player in the Sons of Kain.
I love it. I love it. Now, how long have you been around?
Ryan and I, the singer and I, have been around. We made a record. I used to have a recording studio in Vancouver, and he came to me maybe about 12 years ago to make a record. And I met him that way. And we started the Sons of Kain. It was Ryan Keating and the Sons of Kain to begin with. And then it became the Sons of Kain. Took a big break. Ryan and I wrote a lot of songs, took a big break. And then we came back and started writing songs again. And that went really quickly. And then we started doing duo shows around Vancouver at all like the acoustic places and the coffee shops and stuff like that. And everybody just kept on saying, like, you know, you guys should get a band. And we really were like, yeah, I think that these songs need a band. So in a nutshell, we've been together. Ryan and I have been together for about 15 years. The band has been together since about January. The drummer's been with us for about 2 years.
That's awesome. That's it's nice because then you've taken the songs, you've written them, you kind of hashed them out, played them around, and then added more things and kind of fine-tuned it, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. And brought in players that really have a personality all on their own, right? And so they brought a lot to the table. They weren't just like session guys. These guys are a part of the band, right? So that's what we sort of wanted, was real band members. We might have written the songs, but we needed really essential band members to make a band work. So that was sort of what we were doing.
And that's awesome. That's a nice kind of natural flow growth. The songs take on a new life, and then you record them and then you put them out in the world. I was just checking out your Bandcamp. Some great stuff up on there.
Yeah, I recorded all that. That's because like I said, I had a recording studio in Vancouver for about 15 years. So I have all the gear still. I have, all the preamps, all the mics, everything, all the boards, everything. So we record quite a bit and we write a lot of songs. So it was really easy to kind of hash out those songs. Right? Because once you have the embryo of the song, everybody else climbs on and makes it their own, right? So that's what I love about a band, is that, each member puts in their own input and makes it like bigger than what it ever could have been.
Exactly. Now, speaking of bigger and better, you're playing a show tonight with some rad bands. Tell me a little bit where, when, how can people come check it out?
We're playing tonight at Lana Lou's on Powell Street. It's seriously one of the best rock and roll bars in Canada, not just in Vancouver, in Canada. Like, it's such a great place to see a band, and perfect for this bill because we got the Campfire Shit Kickers, who are absolutely amazing. Like, so underrated in this city. Like, they put on a show like nobody's business. And then we got Cash Creek. And if you haven't seen these guys are seriously one of my favorite bands right now. They have such great songs and they have such a great vibe. We did a show with them out in Maple Ridge at the Wolf Bar 2 months ago. And it was such a good time. They have such a good vibe. I just love them. And their music is so spot on. They write really great rock and roll songs. So it's like and then you got the Sons of Kain, like totally high energy, Songs of Plenty, and it's a really great triple bill. It really is, and you won't find a greater night for rock and roll than tonight at Lana Lou's. It really will be a great show.
And the one thing I love about Lana Lou's is that not only can you get some great drinks for a good price, they serve food, and they serve food late. I remember going and seeing a show and then getting the plate of pierogies, and I was so happy because I could just sit there watching a band, like standing in front of them with this plate in my hand as I'm just eating pierogies.
And it's not just good food, it's great food. It's really, really good. And after the bands are over, the kitchen is still open. Right. So if you've got the munchies after the bands and you're sweating and you've, danced your ass off, the kitchen is still open. Like, how many places are like that? Really? Like, seriously, Lana has built a real great atmosphere there. She really has. And, she should be proud because that's a real Vancouver institution now. It really is. Just like the Railway Club was. It's just a real institution. When you go there, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get high quality stuff. You're going to get high quality bands, high quality drinks, and high quality food. It's great.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I loved going to the Railway before it got owned by Donnelly. And I remember going there and just like, $4 beers, sitting watching some great bands. And then it got taken over by Donnelly. I love Donnelly. I worked with them for a few years. But I remember I went in and I was like, can I get your cheapest beer? Yeah. And they were like, that'll be $6.50.
Yeah.
$6.50.
By the time it closed, I think it was up around $8.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what is it? Like a pail? And they're like, no, it's what was it? It was a fruit beer.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't have Paps? And they're like, no, we don't serve Paps. Yeah. And I'm like, give me my blue ribbon. That's all I want.
Yeah, exactly. I was really heartbroken when they closed the Railway. I was like, because I grew up here. Like, other than a year, I've lived here basically my whole life. And I think the first time I went to the Railway Club was when I was 14. And it's an institution. Like, for that place not to be open in this city is such a tragedy because, we need a place like that. We do. We need a place that's has some history. We're so quick to just bulldoze down history, and it's really quite a sad thing. If that place was in Europe, that would be cherished and never taken off the market. It would be busy all the time.
Yeah. Now, it's one of the
and I love the Donnelly Group too.
Yeah.
But the bottom line, the money is not the bottom line.
Exactly.
You're a part of a community.
Yeah. And, it's one of those things where, like, the Cobalt was such a stronghold for metal music. Funky's was such a stronghold for metal music. Media great. Club was such a great place for rock and roll. All the place you can't go to Granville tonight, and there's not a single band playing Granville.
I know.
And that's devastating.
That's really cuts to the core because I grew up in the 80s here when there were so many places to play. There were so many great bands playing. Like, seriously, in the mid 80s, if you went to a place called Club Soda, you could have seen Whitesnake there. You could have seen Bon Jovi there. You could have seen Aerosmith there. There were so many bands, and it was a rock town. We were known as a rock town through Bryan Adams and 5440 and Loverboy, and lots of those bands put Vancouver as a rock mecca. And then somewhere in the 90s, it drifted away. And it's really sad because we are a rock town.
Yeah, and then even more so in the late 2000s.
Yeah, totally. And it killed it. In the late 2000s, it killed it.
Yeah. Anywho, what's not dead is your show tonight.
That's
I can't
right.
wait. Everyone go check it out. And thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
No problem. We'll catch you later. Please hit that subscribe button and have a great night and keep supporting the scene. See ya.
Thanks for watching. This is Support the Scene. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, follow, and share.